Hello, my Mahjong friends. We're on the road with Mahjong. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Before we begin, you need to click the subscription button that's below so you can join the fun each week and you won't miss a beat when I post new videos. You have come to the right place to brush up on your skills and your strategies. Beginners are welcome as well as advanced players. Again, before we begin, click below. But where am I tonight? Aren't you dying to know? I'm in Delaware. So we're spending some time here visiting around. Even this weekend, it was snowing. So brr. Really had to bundle up with my travels. It's a great place to see beautiful flowers. Believe it or not, I think the weather got really screwed up the week before, and there was some beautiful flowers that showed up. The apple blossoms started blooming, so it's a little interesting how that started. And also, believe it or not, Delaware is the second smallest state in the U.S. They have no sales tax. And another wonderful thing about Delaware is it's a great place to retire, and which would give you more money for your Mahjong pie purse. And also, you can take a ferry ride there from New Jersey. They have great beaches. And again, it's a very laid back area, lifestyle. So you can play more Mahjong. So hope sometime you can visit Delaware. I did take the picture. Trees all in bloom. So they're already showing some signs of spring, even with the snow. Tonight, again, we're going to travel around the card. I hope you got to look at your stats and see what it's how you've been doing on I Love Maj. And remember, on I Love Maj, you can click on there to join for 3 weeks for a free trial. They normally give you a 2-week trial, and I'm going to give you a 3-week trial with the code CB. And then once you're on there, please join us for my Tuesday games. I play every Tuesday at 1 p.m. We played today and we'll be playing next week, and we have a nice little group going there. So make sure you join me on Tuesdays. And I have February 28th, 21st, but we played today and we're playing next week. So we'll be already into March. Can you believe it? March is already here. So let's get into our game tonight, and we are going to play with the bots. And we're going to start playing. So we're going to click on play, game launch, and we're going to click on play with bots, the official game. If you're on here tonight and you have any questions, please type it in the chat. If you have any questions or suggestions, I would love to talk with everyone. I love more of the communication with everyone. I'm picking the green screen tonight, which is Forest Trails, because we're moving into March and we're going to have St. Patrick's Day. I listed on my Facebook some great ideas for your St. Patrick's Day themed game at your in-person game. So go check that out at Mah Jongg Class, Mahjong instructor Christine, and you will find me there. You can look below also in the description and click on Facebook to find the link. So let's get started and see how we do against these bots. So as usual, we're going to sort by suit, and we're going to look for our pairs. We have a pair of 6s. So I do teach regular lessons, and so when I teach my new students how to pick a hand, you're going to search the categories of where to pick a hand based on the pairs. So you can go through the 9 categories and look where 6s are used, but I suggest you learning the card. I have a great videos on learning the card, which will be fantastic with the new card coming out in April. I think it's like, I guess it's almost 31 days until April 1st when we will play with the new card. So check out below for the playlist that will teach you how to play, learn the card and play. So 6s, we can use 6s in 2, 4, 6, 8. Any like numbers, quints can consecutive run, wins and dragons, and 3, 6, 9, and of course singles and pairs. With that, we have to look at our tiles that we have more of. So in 2, 4, 6, 8, we have a 2, 6s, an 8, and a 6. And of course, we always keep our flowers and dragons because that is in the category. So we could play 2, 4, 6, 8. And I'm just dragging over those tiles we do not need. If we're going to keep every 2, 4, 6, 8 in any suit is how I play it. So everything to the right here would be what we'd be discarding. Now, the other question is, where else can we use 6s? We can play 6s in 3, 6, 9. So here's our 6s. We have 1, 3, and only 1, 9. Probably not the best category, but at any rate, we could keep it. We only need 3 tiles to pass on our first right. The next thing we have is consecutive run. We can play a run around the 6s, which would be 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we're running into a problem because we don't have enough tiles to get rid of. I'm going to focus on the 2, 4, 6, 8 category, potentially keeping 3, 6, 9 to see what gets passed in the first passes. And I'm going to get rid of these odd tiles. So I'm going to get rid of a 5, a 7, and a 1. This is my first right. We pulled into 7 and we just got rid of a 7, so that's interesting. It's sometimes you need to remember those things. We have an east, and now I'm thinking, should we pull 6, 7, 8, 9? But we could get rid of a south, although that's 2 tiles the same, and a 3. Okay, let's pull back the south and let's do the 9 dot. We pulled another 7, which would leave us with all wins to get rid of. So we could play 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get rid of the 2. We're changing categories and we're playing consecutive run. And let's get rid of a south. We'll pass 2 wins to the left. We did pull another 7 and a dragon. So let's sort this again. So we have 6, 7. We can play 6, 7, 6, 7 with the opposite dragon is in consecutive run. And it is the 4th hand down. I think everybody want to take a look at that. Or you can make a suggestion on what hand you would play. I am trying to use the most of my pairs. I have pairs of dragons and pairs of 7s and 6s. So I'm looking to play the 4th hand down, 6, 7, 6, 7 with opposite dragons. Now I'm going to continue the Charleston because I have plenty of tiles to pass. I'm going to get rid of the west, the 7, and the 9. We picked up another 6. That's perfect. We have our pair now, 6, 7, 6, 7. We also have our 9. I don't think we're going to play them. I'm kind of focusing on the 6, 7, 6, 7. So let's get rid of the 8, the 9, and the 5. We pulled 5 east and 2. I think we can go ahead and get rid of those. On this program, if you hit the space bar, it will take the last 3 tiles all the way to the right and just pop them into the box. We picked up that 5 again, but we don't need these last 3 tiles, so let's get rid of 3 and the courtesy. Joe only wanted 2, so you get to pick which 2 you wanted. I'm going to keep the 5 in case we go back to 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think so because we don't have any 8s. We're missing a gap. We pulled a 9. We got that 9 back that we originally passed. We can use this to hopefully maybe draw out somebody to call for an exposure with a joker, and then maybe we can do a joker exchange. So let's prioritize your discards and let's get going in the game. We need some jokers or at least a couple more tiles to be able to start calling for things. We need 3 sevens. We only have 1. We need a pung. We need 3. We could call for those 7s, but we also need another dragon. So let's see how this game plays out. We prioritized our discards. We're going to start with the 6. If we, for some reason, should get more tiles, such as flowers, we can move over to like numbers. We could change our hand easily. Oh, now we have those 5s, 5, 6. We could keep the 5s, and then that means getting rid of the 9s. Let's go ahead and do that. Somebody already discarded 1 9, so let's do that. Keep in mind the jokers available here, so we're looking for a 2 crack to do the joker exchange. Flowers seem to be going out, so it's possible nobody's working with flowers. There is a hand on the card. It would be in the consecutive run hand. I'll explain that. Line number 3 from the bottom, 3rd from the bottom. It would be 5, 6 with 6s in the middle. We have 2 pairs of 6s. We just need that other 6. And then we have to have 7s that match. Not likely we're going to play that because we are missing our other pair of 6s, but we can, keep it in thought. We've just pulled our 7 dot. This hand looks so good. We need some 7s though. Think I'm sticking with that hand, 6, 7, 6, 7 with opposite dragons. The other players were unable to figure out their hand. Oh, yay, we got a red. We're unable to figure out their hand with only 1 exposure, so we'll wait until they have 2. We've gotten another dragon, so now we can call for the red dragons. We do need either a joker or a 7 bam to be able to start calling for that. Be great if we could do this joker exchange, so keep in mind the 2 crack. Doesn't look like anybody needed those 5 bams or the 9s. We already have our 7s. We already have our 6s. We don't need 8. That's one of our 7 bams that just went out. We weren't able to call for it. So only 1 7 bam has gone out. Okay, Agatha can be playing 2, 4, 6, 8. Or I'm thinking she's playing 2, 3, 4, 5 in, or she's playing 1, 2, 3, 4 in a consecutive run. We do have 2 flowers now that maybe somebody is ready to call for that they weren't prior. So hopefully if we get rid of 1 flower right now, maybe somebody will put up with a joker. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Oh, somebody got the 2 crack. Get rid of my other flower because you don't want to wait till the end. Oh, we got our other red. Nice. We're still missing 2 7 bams. We need some jokers or the actual 7 bam. Now, don't forget the 4 bam. Up, she won. I was just going to say, don't forget the 4 bam over here for a joker swap. So she was playing 1, 2, 3, 4, line number 5. That was, a good hand for Mahjong. Joe was playing line 5 in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. He's playing the low numbers 1, 3, 5 with matching dragons. Wes was playing Winds and Dragons with like numbers of 5s. So nice hand. Everybody was pretty close, needing 1 tile. We actually needed 2. So we were one of the ones that were a little far away. So let's start our next game. Sort by suit. And we have a pair of 2s. Now again, what categories can the 2s be put into? You have 2022. Unfortunately, we don't have any white soap, which is also used as a 0 to be able to play. So I wouldn't even consider that category, and we have no other 2s. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, here's some 2s and only 8s. We have no 4s or 6s. We have any like numbers, no 2s. We have 2s, but no other 2s. Sorry. We have quints. We have only 1 joker. Quints, you possibly would need 2 jokers. Consecutive run, we could play with low numbers, 1, 2, 3. We could certainly do that, so we'll probably pick that area. In odds, 2s don't fit in odds, so we're probably not playing there. In Winds and Dragons, we can keep the south, and you can play north and south with a run of 1, 2, 3. Let's keep all the low numbers and get rid of the upper numbers. Again, we're keeping all the low numbers. So we have 1, 2 in the same suit, and then we're going into maybe 3, 4. So let's get rid of the 1 bam. I always keep dragons and flowers to be able to switch hands. We can get rid of the 9, the east, and the 1 dot. I'm not even looking at the card. I am just collecting the numbers 1, 2, 3. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're possibly playing consecutive run, line number 5, the second half in 2 different suits. So let's continue. And now we're kind of focusing around the 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get rid of the 6, the 3, and the south. The 1, the 9, and I don't think we're going to use either of these dragons nor the flower, but just in case, let's keep the red over the green because we have more red. Let's get rid of the green. Now we can get rid of the west, the 4, and the east. If you did not want to pass 2 winds, you can pull back a wind and get rid of the red dragon. This is your last right. Now we have a courtesy pass, and we're going to do 3 tiles because we do not need these. Remember, you can hit the space bar. So we're in a pretty good position. We're ready to call for our 1s and 2s. We do need quite a bit with the 3s and 4s, but we can see where this takes us. We can always change with the flower. We can maybe play the second hand. We can play flower, 2 with 3 flowers and 3s. You never know how many what you're going to get. There are 99 tiles left on the table, which means you get about 25 more picks to choose from. So let's see how the game plays out. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat, or if you have an idea, I would love to hear it. So let's get going. You can prioritize your discards. I'm going to hold the dragon in case possibly for joker exchange. Now 6 dot, nobody wanted. I would maybe hold that for a little later. Maybe it's a better tile to throw later on since nobody wanted it this go around. Playing on the computer increases your speed when you're playing. You can make decisions faster in the live game. Here you get to slow down a little bit and play with robots, but you can learn to increase your speed also. So again, try playing on one of the online games. I prefer this one because I like their exercise room, which I'll be getting into when the new card comes out again. I spoke of it when I first started doing lives, but their exercise room is excellent to learn the new card. If you're interested in taking a new card workshop with me, I have that is like a new card review, and I have that all scheduled in April. You can go on my website and look for that, or just contact me here in the upper corner, Mahjong Class. Okay, we do have one joker, but I'm gonna not call it. Because we don't have any for the 4 either. I'm hoping to get more, and I'm not quite sure what hand we're quite playing yet. I'd like to be a little stronger, so let's let this pass. Of course. Okay, I guess we'll commit to this, and now we do have to call it, and we have a Kong. Usually you have some time in between, and you're more likely to pick the tile yourself, so that's why I was waiting. But now that we've committed, I'm calling for everything, which I might, see how this plays out. It's usually a little early for me. I kind of wait a long time. Because this is a short tell for everyone what hand I'm playing. Oh, good, we got another joker. Now maybe if we toss out our flowers, maybe someone will pick it up with a joker, and we can do a joker exchange with the other flower that we don't need. Oh, good. There's a joker. Oh, somebody just took it. I'm waiting a little bit to put out my flowers because sometimes people wait, as I do, to not call right away. The next go, I will go ahead and get rid of the flower. Oh, isn't this lovely? We're ready to call for both the 1s and the 4s. Nobody wanted that flower. Let's get rid of the other one before somebody can call for it for Maj. Waiting for a 4 bam or a 1 crack. I thought maybe Joe wanted that 8 crack. 1 bam has already been discarded. Hopefully there's one more in there that somebody's going to discard for us. Oh, I hope this isn't a wall game. Getting close. It's 16 tiles left. All right, we can call for that. Now, do you think somebody's going to throw us our 4, or maybe we can get a joker? Yeah, of course they're going to throw out the jokers. That's why it's terrible to have this up. Everybody knows what you're playing. Oh, wow. At least we didn't give them Mahjong. Nobody was really playing with flowers, although Joe was playing 369, line number 2. He did need 3 flowers, but he had no jokers. But I was trying to go for the win, so that's why I got rid of my flower. Wes was playing 5779. He had 3 jokers, so he had a nice hand, line number 3. And then we have Agatha. She was playing, I don't even know what she's playing. Nines, it says 369, but she had a very long way to go. Oh, it says a broke hand. She must have put up the wrong thing. She was probably trying to play 5, 7, 8, 9, and she put up 3 nines. I'm not sure what happened here. But anyway, we had a nice little hand going. I called a little early on these 3s, and the 2s were already out, so everybody kind of already knew my hand. And that's why I don't like to do it so early, but I didn't know how well the computer reads your hand, and so nobody ever threw my 4. And here they're sitting right over here with Agatha. So I don't know that she was going to throw them. Okay, let's start the next one. Okay, we're going to sort by suit, and we're going to look for our pairs. Now we have no pairs, and this happens often, and people get very frustrated. It doesn't matter what category you pick, just collect towards the category. You could play 2022, but why would you? We have no 2s and no soaps. You could play 2, 4, 6, 8, but we only have a 1, 8. You can play any like numbers, and you can do that with the number 9, or you could do that with the number 1. You could play quint, but we don't have but 1 joker. You can play consecutive run, meaning going with low numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or high numbers, 7, 8, 9. So maybe we want to do that. You could play odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We kind of have that, but it's all different suits and it's all over the place, so I'm not a big fan of that one. You can play wins and dragons with like numbers, so we have some wins and we have some like numbers. It either has to be 9s and 9s or 1s and 1s. So let's get rid of the last 3 tiles, although it's 3, 4, 5. I don't think I like it. Let's get rid of a 7. We'll do an 8, a 5, and a 3. How about that? That looks pretty good. Let's pass that to the right. So I'm picking wins and dragons, and we're going to try for a like numbers hand. Just looking if we wanted to do odds, we could do 5, 7, and then we need 7, 9. Let's get rid of it. Okay, we're keeping 1s because we're keeping like numbers. Now we have like numbers of 1s. So let's get rid of the 4, the 7, and the 9. Picked up some more 1s, the 8, the 9, and so we have 1s and 1s. I'm going to break up these 2s. We're going to continue the Charleston, and we're going to pass a 9, an 8, and a 2. We picked up another 1, and we picked up south. Now, if you look at the 4th line down, you need 2 norths, 1 east, 1 west, 2 souths, and then you need 4 and 4 of 1s. So let's get rid of the last 3. This is the across. You have to do 3. Now this is the last right. We're going to do 3. You don't have to. You could do a blind pass, and you can pass 0 to 3 tiles, And then if you only put 2, the computer will take 1 from Agatha and drag it over for the blind pass, and you will only get 2 tiles. So we're going to do 3 though. Oh yay, we picked up another 1. This is fabulous because we're ready to call for the 1s in each of the groupings. We are set. We do need another north though, however. So let's get rid of 2 tiles that we don't need. And we're pretty set on our hand. It's just a matter of the tiles coming in. So I'm looking at the 4th hand down with like numbers of 1. And remember, they don't have to be 1s. They could have been any number, but they have to be the same. So it's just a matter of waiting for our tiles to see what happens. And hopefully there's some joker exchanges we can do and maybe pick up some jokers to fill those 1s. Where's everybody from tonight? Remember, I'm in Delaware right now, but I am originally from New Jersey. So want to chat in the chat where everybody's from, and we'll go ahead and say hi to everybody. And you never know, you might make a friend or 2 in your area to go play Mahjong with. We don't need the south, we already have 2. And we don't need the 6. We're looking for a 4 dot though. Maybe we can exchange for that joker. Oh, bummer, nobody called for that green. We have a green we could exchange. Oh yay, we got the joker. How lovely. So not really sure what these 2 are playing. We have 4 dots and 8 cracks. So we'll have to see where they're playing.
9 crack, 7 dots, 5 crack, 7 band. So 8 dots, 9 band, call, 5 band.
We don't need the east. We already have an east. We only need 1 east.
East, 7 band, joker spot, 2 dots, red, 4 band, call, 6 band.
Okay, Joe's playing 4s. So where can you use kongs and kongs of 4s? If you want to type it in the chat where you can use it, there are several hands you can, I shouldn't say several, there are a few hands you can use 4s and 4s. So go around the card. One obvious one is the one that we're playing with north, east, west, south with 4s and 4s. So we'll be in some heavy competition with him for our wins. Where else can he be playing? Take a look at the card and let's see where he could be playing. Obviously, any like numbers, possibly line number 1 or line number 3. And if you haven't picked it out, look in 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 2. People seem to forget that it's any like even numbers, so he could be playing a pair of 2s, a single 4, a single 6, and a pair of 8s in cracks, and then have 4s and 4s and kongs. So we'll have to see where Joe's playing, but we have to be careful throwing him any even numbers, any additional 4s, or the opposite dragon, which would be the crack, or some flowers to him. Thankfully, we don't have any of those right now, so let's continue and see where Joe is playing after we're done, hopefully, and we win. I am thinking he is not playing in the wins because a lot of them are out already, but we'll have to see. All the red dragons are not out, so it's possible he's playing there.
1 bam, 6 bam, 3 bam, 2 dot, 3 crack, 2 crack, 2 bam,
We need some ones. Where are our
3
ones?
dot, mahjong,
Oh, Agatha again. She's a big little hot thing tonight. Not Agatha. She was playing 3-6-9, and she had her 3 flowers and 3 in dots, opposite suit of 6s with an opposite suit of 9s. Very nice. Then we have Wes, who is playing 5-7-8, consecutive run, line 5. So he's just playing a run. He's doing 5-6-7-8. He's missing a bunch of 6s. And then Joe was doing any like numbers, line number 1 with flowers, so he needed a lot of flowers. The great thing about playing kongs and kongs of a number, there are quite a few places you could be playing. He also could have switched this hand if he got a pair of flowers and then, you know, the opposite dragon of crack, which is red. So this is a good hand he had picked. He had jokers he could switch around. And, you know, we were just waiting for our ones and nobody had them. They were still in the deck. And then we needed 1 north. I think 1 north was discarded, so we had plenty of opportunity to get it. But we didn't get it in time, Agatha won. So next game. And we sort by suit. And we have a pair of big 8s now. So 8s, where can we use 8s? Go around the card and figure out where you can use 8s. And it's just a matter of knowing the card. So obviously you can't use 8s in 2022. You can use 8s in 2, 4, 6, 8, but the only evens we have is a 2 bam and a 4 crack. So these all kind of don't go together. All the hands this year for 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 and 4 must be in the same suit. So this will be a little bit of a stretch. So let's move on to any like numbers. We only have the 8s. We have no other 8s. Quints, we have no jokers. Consecutive run, we have 8s, so we would build around the 8s, like 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 8, 9, but no 6, 7. This is going to be rough, kids. It is not odds because we have the pair of 8s. We have winds and dragons, east and west. Ooh, they go together. Maybe we can build around the 8s. We can do 7, 8, 9. Maybe that would be our best bet, but then that would mean we were collecting for just 1 hand. 8s are not in 3, 6, 9, and of course 8s are in singles and pairs, but there would be just 1 line we would be playing there, and we really have a long way to go to play any of those lines. So let's keep the 8, 9. We can keep 5. Maybe we can get 6, 7, 8, 9. We can keep all dots, and we can get rid of everything else. So let's get rid of a 2, a 3, and a 5. I think I actually want to take this. No, you know what? That's a good pass, because if I take this back and use this 3, my next pass, I have 3, 4. So I'm going to leave it and put the 3 up. Now we have a 1, a 3, and a 4. Now we did pick up a 7 and an 8, and we can get rid of the last 3. Now it is a 4 and a 5. We can pull back the 4 and get rid of the dragon. Sort it again. We can continue because our hand is not that great. We can get rid of the 4, the 5, and maybe the 6, because we could do east and west with 7, 8, 9, or we can do something 7, 8. We would need 9 in opposite suit. But let's see what happens. This is not a great pass. We have 5 and 6 in the same suit, but I want to keep everything else. So let's continue. Picked up another south. Maybe we're playing a wind hand. Let's get rid of the 6, the 3, and the 7. We can get rid of the 6, the 7, and the 9. Picked up another west. So let's get rid of 3. I'm going to do the 1, the 2, and the 9 and keep my 8s. Unless we keep the 9 and do east and west, but then that means breaking up the south. Or we can get rid of this 8. Maybe I'm going to keep the 8s. So now we're playing some sort of wind hand. I'm not sure which one. I'm thinking maybe like numbers, but we have a long way to go with the like numbers, and clearly we don't need all these wests. So maybe we're playing the third line down with the flowers, but then again, we don't need all these wests. So let's just keep plugging away and see what happens. I can't call for the 8 because I don't have enough to call. I need a joker. If we had some jokers, we could play a quint with wests and 8s. But we don't have that, and we don't have any dragons. There used to be a hand in singles and pairs, which was pairs of everything with all the 8s in different suits. This year it's with dragons. Right out of the gate, Joe's playing something with 3 flowers. There are tons of 3 flower hands. You could not possibly figure out his hand yet. And probably my next tile that I'm going to start oh geez, our 8s are just getting thrown about. I'm thinking about keeping the 2s. I should have kept this other 2. I was thinking of switching over to 2022, the 4th line down. Let's get rid of these 8s. I have a feeling this hand's going to be a bust, but we'll try. See what happens. All the Easts are going out now. All our wins. We'll try to keep. Let's see what happens.
5 dots, call. 1 crack. 6 dots. 6 dots.
Problem is the 4 west can only be used in the top hand and the second from the bottom, and it's not a promising hand for us. You could also use 4 wests in the quint hand.
6 down. 2 dots. 9 crack. 6 down. 2 dots.
Maybe we could play east and west with 7, 8. Oh, here comes the white that we were looking for before when I was thinking of 2022.
So, 7 crack. North. 5 crack.
We could keep this 8. There's already 1 8 out, 2 8s, not really worth it. I think I'm struggling with this hand tonight. It's not coming together. That happens during a regular game. It's just, you're in it till the end, and just say, please, somebody win Mahjong so that your game could be over. I don't know if I didn't pick the tiles right, or, it's just not my hand, this one. We're collecting wins. Thank you, Agatha. Agatha played like numbers with opposite dragon. She had 4 jokers. Wow, good for her. She's on a hot run tonight. And Joe was playing like numbers with flowers. And Wes was playing 1, 2, 3, 4 in consecutive run. Hi, Denise. Welcome. Denise is from Minnesota, and so that is where my whole family's from. I was actually not, I'm from New Jersey, but my dad is from Minnesota, so welcome, and hello, Denise from Minnesota. Denise is hoping that I can do a joker exchange. It's very simple to do on here. Yes, I have not done one the whole evening, so let's see if we can do that tonight. I have 4s and 9s. Now, 4s and 9s are too far apart to play in consecutive run because it'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 numbers. Because if you look at all the consecutive run hands aside from the first one, which has to be those numbers, all the other ones have no more than 4 numbers. So we're going to have to decide, are we going to play with 4s or are we going to play with 9s? Either way, I think we'll keep just cracks. And maybe we'll get rid of the 2, the 5, and the 7. We picked up a pair of 2s, so maybe we can play 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe there's a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand coming in the right running. So let's get rid of the 9. Let's say 2, 4, 3, 4. And let's get rid of this. Oh, it could be 6, 8 all in one suit. 2, 4, 6, 8 all in one suit. Let's get rid of this 8. And then I think it's time to get rid of the dragon. Let's get rid of the red. Picked up a 5. A 5 dot. We can play 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a great pass, but I think that's all we have. We could play 3, 4, 5, 6, although the best would be playing 1, 2, 3, 4. Picked up another 4. We're going to hit continue. We're going to get rid of this, and I don't think we're going to play with the 5. We have an east. We picked up another 2. And we can get rid of the the red, excuse me. And maybe this, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe the 3. We have a 6. There is a hand, second from the bottom. It's 2, 4 in one suit, 4, 6 in another. I don't think that's what we have. Let's keep the flower. Let's get rid of the red. We could get rid of the green. And then there is a hand, flowers with 2s and flowers with 8s. This is the wrong 8. Let's get rid of one of the 4s. I know that, I don't want to do that. I like playing with my multiples. Maybe the 6. We have 3 tiles to pass. Oh, here's the 8, an opposite 8. We can play flowers with 2s with an opposite 8. And we only have to get rid of 2. Joe only wants 2, so let's pass 2. We didn't end up with anything, so it's start the game. Denise, I hope I can give you an exchange. We'll see what happens, but I'll at least explain it when it comes up. It's very easy. All you have to do is when it's your turn, and your turn has to be when you pick a tile from the wall or you call for an exposure, you can then do a joker exchange. I'm going to get rid of these 4s because I'm trying to collect all one suit with flowers. The first line. Or we can play the third from the bottom. We can play flowers with 2s and then flowers with 8s in a different suit. So let's get rid of these 4s.
4 crack, 5 dot, west, 9 dot, 4 crack, call, red.
So I'm going to try for the hand in 2, 4, 6, 8, I think, with flowers and 8s, 2s and 8s. So let's see how that plays out.
7 dot, 1 crack, 6 dot, so 9 bam, 2 crack, green, red, 5 dot.
So we're looking for 8s and 2, the 8 bam and the 2 dots, and obviously more flowers. Now there's the 8 bam, and I'm not 100% committed to that hand, so I'm going to ignore it. I don't have enough flowers.
4 bam, 2 bam, 1 bam, 5 bam, green, 1 bam, 2 bam, 5 bam, 1 dot.
Trying to look for some
9 dot.
dot tiles in 2s and 8s. Oh, here's some more flowers now. So maybe I'm now feeling better about that hand. I do have to use this joker with the 8s. Let's start getting rid of, wow, it's getting late. Let's get rid of the 6. We don't need that. We're trying to collect bams. Of course, now the dots are going to come in. Let's call for that 8 bam. We have to. One already went out, and we're doing a Kong. Oh, good. Another flower.
Mahjong.
Oh, shoot. We had a nice hand going. Denise, when a joker is exposed, so for example, if this was 3 souths were up, which there isn't a hand with 3 souths, but if there was a hand with 3 souths, and she had 3 souths up with a joker and that was exposed, all you needed to do when it was your turn is click on the joker and it would swap the south out of your hand for the joker, and the joker would come in your hand. And then to end your turn, you would discard. Same over here. If this Agatha had 7s up with 2 jokers and you had the 7s in your hand, you can click on the joker, click on the joker, click on the joker, click on the joker, and then you can take the 2 7s as long as you had 2 7 cracks in your hand. Remember, on your turn, you can take as many jokers as you have the natural tiles for, and you can even exchange on yourself. So if I were to pick the 8 bam, which I think was already discarded, but if it wasn't and it was in the pile, I could click on the joker, even though it's my joker for the game as an exposure. If I click on it, it would go in my hand. So you just have to click on it. We can play one more game. Let's start another game. Oh, we didn't talk about it. Joe won playing 6, 7, 8, 9. Very nice. He only had 1 joker. Wes was playing north and south with a run of 1, 2, 3. And Agatha was playing 4, 5, 6, maybe, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive run. And of course, we were trying to play that little hand, the third from the bottom, 3 flowers with 2s and 8s. And it was coming together pretty nice for us. Let's start our next game. Sort by suit. We have a great pair of 7s, and we have 7, 8, 9. We seem to have a lot of high numbers. Let's get rid of all the low numbers. Now this is passing 2 and 2, but that's okay. We want to keep all the high numbers. We could take back a 2 and get rid of the 9. Either way is fine, I think, for the first game. We picked up an 8. We certainly want to keep that, so let's pass the last 3. We picked up that 9 again. It could be the one that we passed. So we have 2 flowers. Let's play like 7, 8, 9. So we could get rid of this 8. We're going to continue. We have a 5, a north, and an east. Now we have a matching 9, so we're well on our way with 7, 8, 9. So let's do a 2, a 7, and the 9. We can get rid of these last 3 tiles. We picked up an 8 and a 7. Well, we don't need the 8. We can get rid of that. So let's do 3 tiles because we can do 8, north, and 8. So we have 7, 8, 9 going, and we have jokers to fill in right away so that we can start calling. And this is the 3rd hand down in consecutive run, the 2nd half.
Flower, call, 5 crack.
So we're well on our way to already picking a hand. That was quite quick. Wes quickly put up 3 flowers. And I'm ready to call, I think, for any of my groupings that come out. Because I feel pretty confident in the hand. It's just a matter if those tiles come out. I would love another joker or another match to our group so that we have one of everything going on. I kept this 6 because we can play 6, 7, 8, 9. You want to prioritize your discards. We already have our pair of flowers. We don't need them. Okay, we picked up an 8. We can get rid of the 9. Wow, look at Wes over there. So he is probably playing, or he is playing line number 1. He needs some flowers. So we certainly don't want to give him any of our flowers. I think we're holding strong to our hand with 7, 8, 9, and we're ready to call for each grouping. By putting up, when the first 8 is discarded, the 8 dots, it's a little nerve-wracking because Wes can easily win Mahjong if he has an 8 dot to exchange. So let's see how this plays out. Again, jokers to end our night. Let's call for that for our Kong. We need one more tile, the 9 or the 8. Don't forget the 1 dot over here. I hope I didn't forget it already to do a joker exchange. I don't see it out, so that's a good thing. See if I get it to show Denise how to do a joker exchange. Come on, 8 or 9. We're waiting for that. It's kind of sometimes a little boring when you're playing, even in your live game, and you're just waiting for 1 tile the whole game. You're like on the edge of your seat, but you have to be very stoic and not show it in your face. Oh, look at that. Holy jokers tonight. So we won with 5 jokers, and we have Mahjong. We have 7, 8, 9.
Mahjong.
Hooray for us. Way to end the night with a win. Wes was playing 3 flowers and 3 flowers with 1s. And Joe was playing 6, 7, 8, 9. Consecutive run, line number 5. And Agatha was playing 2, 4, 6, 8. She had a long way to go. She didn't have the 6s and the 8s. We were competing with her with the 8s, but we had a lot of jokers. We would have been able to get them before her. But we'll end for this evening. Again, let's see where I come from next week. This week we're in Delaware. And thank you for joining me and spending some time with me. If you have any questions, as always, email me at Mah Jongg Class, which is right here in the upper corner, or you can post in the chat any questions you have, and I would love to hear from you. I hope you're enjoying these classes and you're picking up a tip or two and learning something new that you can bring into your game. So have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week at 6:30. Again, join us on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on ilovemahj to play. Look for my group called Mah Jongg Class and join us. I would love to have you and play against me and give yourself a chance to meet some others on the program. Take care, and don't forget to use the code CB when you join I Love Maj. Thanks, everyone. Bye.